Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Truth Hurts. I'm Andrew the Love Doctor, and I specialize in breakups with catching people creeping, lying, and cheating in relationships. Today, I will be discussing red flag number 231, processing anger. One of the hardest things to do in life is to walk away from someone you loved. The next hardest thing to do in life is to do the right thing. Many times in our lives, we are forced to do something we don't want to do. But you know it needs to be done, and it hurts while you're doing it. Love doesn't hurt people. Expectations do. Please watch red flag number 133, Shattered Dreams with a Narcissist. Reality. Your hurt was self-inflicted. Please watch red flag number 55. Your narc wasn't the problem, you were. I keep referring to the videos because I hate to repeat myself. Because of your low self-esteem, you ignored your principal factors, such as the monster didn't love you. You knew. You fucking knew. As a life coach, I heard many of your stories. Dozens upon dozens of them. Not one was different than anyone else's. Story idolization. Story devaluation. Story discard. You knew at stage 2 of the devaluation that your monster didn't love you. But you loved the monster so much, you convinced yourself you can change them and make them love you. Because you had enough love for the both of you. You learned all you did was give them the opportunity to say, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Red flag! The moment you hear, I love you, but I'm not in love with you, run! In reality, show cheaters, in the beginning credits, there's a woman standing yelling and crying. And I'm quoting her because she's so profound with what she says. So profound that I feel her pain each and every time I see it and hear it. This is so not how this is supposed to work. The true problem commences when you don't adapt the mentality of fuck you. Leave them alone, walk away, or run. Most of you stay trying to make something work that will not work. In a debate with a new subscriber about being trusting and optimistic, she was shocked at how I'm living now. With the mindset of trust no one. My beloved departed mother taught me, it's not your enemies that hurt you, it's your friends. And in this case, it was my best friend. I trusted that bitch with my life when I moved to Texas, and she tried to kill me while I was there. I trusted my monster like I trusted my mother. And none have betrayed me and bestowed embarrassment upon me like my monster. Emotional abuse is feeling like a foe. And that's not something that heals over time. The damage is something you carry to your grave. It may diminish in time, but it never leaves you. Even the narc doesn't recover. Their subconsciousness causes them a sleep disorder. The monster's abuse manifests in its sleep. They wake up with anxiety attacks. I learned this is due to guilt. Over the course of years, fucking over people. And fear of their nature being exposed. Narc abuse is life-altering. This is why it's so critical to learn how to deal with anger. If you truly experience narcissistic abuse, you will never be the same again. You will become cold to protect yourself. Prime example. The movie, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Brandy Lynn Whitfield captured the emotions of a suffering individual. I attached a scene of how she changed from a loving, giving woman to someone that wanted payback for being played a fool. Fool. To do something unwise or silly, regret is usually accompanied with this feeling. In the end, you start thinking about the beginning. And the beginning is always good, which is why it's so hard to forget. The end, oh my God. The end is what takes a piece out of you and destroys you. And when that piece is taken, the trust is annihilated. For the men who suffered this abuse, we embrace the concept of never trust anything that bleeds for 7 days and doesn't die. That means women. On a Bill Cunningham's episode, a married woman who's cheating on her husband wants to go lesbo. The husband responds with something deep. He said, and I quote, "I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. If you walk around that corner, I trust you no more." What I say about men holds truthful for women as well. My clients, along with other people, are telling me, well, I'm not going to live like that. I don't want to hurt that long. Fuck you. Wake up. This is reality. This is something you don't have a choice with. The more you love that person, the longer it's going to take you to get over them. Especially if you're a person that wears their heart on their sleeves like I do. If you feel no grief, you never loved them. What's important is to get out of the grieving period as soon as possible. Please watch Red Flag number 223, A New Year with a Narcissist. Without a narcissist. People always say I'm too angry. If you paid attention to my story, you know why I'm angry. If you paid attention to my story, you know I have a right to be angry. If you paid attention to my story, you'll see the progress in my recovery. If you focus on my anger, you're going to miss out on the points of how I dealt with it. I created positivity with my negativity. Anger inspires you to do the right thing or the wrong thing. People are accustomed to pretending they're not angry. Don't be ashamed to be angry. It's human emotion. Deal with it. You can't recover if you do not address the anger. First thing you do is stop being stupid. Stop accepting your narc's hoovering. Phone calls, text messages, phony profiles, etc., etc., etc. You are doing this because you don't want to be alone. Many people go back to their narcs because they don't want to start over. You'll never find the right one if you don't let go of the wrong one. Learn to be lonely. If your narc keeps calling you, change the name on your cell phone to stop being stupid. Now, whenever they call, This is going to remind you, stop being stupid, stop being stupid, stop being stupid. Trust me, it works. With this practice, all abuse ceases. Now, when the abuse ceases, you are able to think again. Please watch Red Flag number 146, Hindsight of a Narcissist. Memories are poisonous. And if you are honest with yourself, you will see you are angry at yourself for putting up with the narc's bullshit. Now that you eliminated the narc's presence, you can now focus on your emotions. Anger is stage 4 of the 7 stages of grief. Shock, denial, isolation, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Everyone has his or her own time span for each stage. For me, I can breeze through the first 3 stages and the last 3 stages immediately. Stage 4 takes me an average of 2 years before I can let go. This is a stage people become cowards because they don't want to feel the pain of being angry. So they'll get into another relationship. It's easy to get over someone when you're lying under someone. However, you don't really want to be with the person you're sleeping with. So you start resenting them and treating them like shit. And embracing the concept of, I'll hurt you before you hurt me. At this point, your behavior becomes narcissistic. This is what you call bitter. Bitter is when you make someone else pay for what another has done to you. Most people don't know the difference between bitter and angry. If you start pretending you're happy, that's false recovery. And you need to watch Red Flag number 201, False Recovery with a Narcissist. If you want to be strong, address your anger. If you want to discuss happiness, you have to go to another life coach. Because I'm not there yet. I'm almost there. I need at least another year for that.